to OnyxEarth Tarot. Everything you need to know about me is in the description box below. So we are on a good vibes positivity kick right now. We've got the good vibes incense going, and I was kind of inspired to do a video that I thought would be really helpful. So I even took notes because it was such a specific way that I wanted to ask the question, that I wanted to make sure it was clear and that you also understood what we were going to be looking at in the cards today. So we're going to be looking at like your personal hack to manifesting. So we're going to see with the cards what you can do on an individual level to manifest faster. So these are going to be things that you can do that may not work for everyone else or may not work as efficiently for everyone else because you're special. Okay. So, and we're using coins instead of crystals. I don't know why. I just randomly decided to do that. Maybe some of you are here specifically as it relates to money. Either way, welcome. Yeah, so I'm gonna get right into it. It may be a bit difficult to choose from the thumbnail, but I did put it in the intro. I feel like you can clearly see it, but I'm going to go ahead and spell it out for you what each quarter is. So pile 1, it is the Tuskegee Airmen on the back. And it says, obviously Tuskegee Airmen, but it says they fought 2 wars. It says Alabama, and then it says 2021. And then you have pile 2, which is Salt River Bay, right? And it says U.S. Virgin Islands and 2020. And then pile 3 is the River of No Return. It says Wilderness, Idaho, 2019. Okay, so those are the 3 options. I'll give you a moment to select your pile. If you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. All right, pile 1, if you selected this quarter, the Tuskegee Airmen, then this is your reading. I forgot to say it in the intro, but these are timeless. So whenever you stumble upon these messages, they should resonate for you. So I'm going to pull some tarot cards, and then I'm going to pull, I have like 4 oracle decks. I have 4 oracle decks. 2 of them are astrology based because I did not grab the 3rd one. So I guess we just did not need that one today. So let's just get into the shuffle and see for pile 1, your manifestation hacks. So let's just see the things that you can do. Oh, so many things you can do. Okay, so many things you can do. And it's only 4 cards, so I'm going to take them. My nails are busted. I broke one, so just don't be judging me. Okay, you've got the High Priestess in reverse. So something about you, pile 1, is if you like to move discreetly, if you like to be quiet about things and keep plans and such to yourself, already one huge thing that you can do to unlock your manifestation potential is to not be that way. Like, don't hide everything that you're working on. Don't keep it to yourself. Don't be so deeply private that no one knows what's going on, because right now I already know that there's people around that could help you in a lot of ways if you would just be more receptive, be less guarded, because that says to not be so mysterious, not to be so mysterious, so private, so secretive that no one knows what's going on, because there's lots of help externally for you, which is good. It's good. So easily, that's an easy fix. Obviously, vet these people. Don't just be telling your business to any and everybody, but there's people around you that can help you if you would just be not so shut tight, right? And also it shows that you can trust your intuition a little more, because maybe that's what that guard is. You're not feeling as intuitive as you actually are. Spirit says to go ahead and like trust your instincts, because right now there's a blockage there of trusting your instincts and trusting other people. And that's a huge block to your manifestations. Oh yeah, definitely, because you have the Supreme in reverse, which is kind of like a universal energy. It's like you're not tapping into your spiritual side, right? You're not trusting your instincts. You're not trusting your intuition. If you're into like tarot and astrology, you're not utilizing that in areas that you could be. Like, you know, some of you I'm not judging. Y'all really like these love readings, but y'all kind of ignore the readings people put out about like career and such. So it's like you're relying on your spiritual path as it relates to some areas, but as it relates to getting ahead in life, you're not really using that. Like even if you have your own cards, like you're not pulling cards on how to manifest better, how to achieve this goal. You're pulling it on like random things. And also as it relates to astrology, like if you know astrology or are familiar with astrology or have an interest beyond those love readings, make sure you're paying attention to those readings that are not like just love based, that are not just such, because that the High Priestess and the Supreme in reverse shows that's one that's an easy fix, especially if it's just you not utilizing it right. There's some of you here that genuinely are very new to your spiritual journey. Like this video may be your first pick a card video you've ever watched, or you may not really be into tarot, you may not be into astrology, you may not be into those things yet. I say yet because these cards say go ahead and dip into that esoteric energy, that occult vibe that you're called to. Like if you're called to tarot, if you're called to astrology, utilize that to get ahead. Like, you know, like there's a lot that you're leaving on the table, literally just those two cards. And I haven't even like flipped over these other two cards that landed yet, or looked at the bottom. Okay, the bottom is the Two of Cups. I'm gonna put that down. Right? So partnership, right? Two of Cups is partnership. It could be romantically based. I'm not going to lie, but the reality is your key to manifestation is going to be partnerships. That first energy that came through with that High Priestess in reverse is making sure that you establish the right connections, making sure that you're not guarded, being open, because the Supreme in reverse is very guarded energy, right? That upright, that is the universe. The Supreme is the supreme of the universe. So being shut tight, closed off, not receptive to external energies is kind of limiting your manifestation potential right now. And you have I forgot this deck actually had an additional card. So the Supreme was addition in the original deck, like the original Afro Goddess, but in the volume 2 that I have, you have they added the Nova the Universe, which is in the reverse. Power one, it's gonna be okay. You are very powerful. I will give you that. Like you are very powerful. If you ever got into spell work, it would happen. Okay, like not even kidding. You have that energy. And upright, you have the God of Wands, and I'm seeing that the God of Wands is basically you wanting to do everything on your own, active energy solo, whereas you need to be in partnerships, you need to have collaborations, you need to be working with other people to build on these things that you want to do, right? Not saying you can't be independent, not saying you can't do things on your own, but at a certain point, you're so fixed on doing everything from start to finish solo that you could be benefiting just from the networking alone. Just the visibility of a partnership, Pile One, would help you. Especially if you're starting a business and you're doing it 100% solo, just interacting with people to spread the word about the business is gonna help you, right? But I definitely see a key partnership, could be romantic or otherwise, that you're definitely going to be utilizing to help you manifest, right? And maybe it's probably just that encouragement from other people in general, like a key person in your life that's going to really push you and help you and motivate you to take things to that next level. But I mean, I know I kind of brushed gently over and over the Universe in reverse, but it is exactly what I was saying when I realized that card was also a part of your pile. It's that same energy of the, honestly, those two cards, the Supreme and Nova the Universe, are those are unique to the deck. If this deck was not the one I was using for this reading, you would have just gotten the High Priestess, probably that one card. But it's all that same energy of not utilizing your spirituality, not utilizing your knowledge of astrology or tarot if you have that, not utilizing your intuition at a minimum, right? Things like that. Just being shut tight, closed off, and not receptive to external energies. And that's not just people, but that's universal energies as well. If you're not receptive to the things you're manifesting, then they can't come in. There's no space for them, right? There's no space for your manifestations to occur because you don't really have that faith of that Nova the Universe faith, that Supreme faith, that High Priestess faith. And it's an extreme lack of confidence too, as well. Even in your independence and desire to do things solely by yourself, it's is stemming from that lack of confidence of, can I even do this? I think that energy of doing it alone makes you feel more accomplished, like, because you didn't need anybody else, you were able to do it alone. So stop and utilize, the people around you that are coming in, that are already present, that could help take your manifestations alone. So key thing here before I pull from the oracles, I guess allow your friends to help you, but don't be so secretive and private about things that you're working on, especially if those things could be more successful the more people know about them, right? So let me pull from this oracle deck, and I don't know how I did not grab that other deck, but because the deck that I wanted to use was the Moonology deck, but it's not on the table. I don't know why I didn't grab it, so it must not be, it's not meant to be, right? So let's pull from this one. And the Mountain. Yeah, you like to work hard. You need to learn how to work smarter, not harder. Honestly, Power One, it's a thing. Like, you genuinely would prefer to struggle. And I don't think you realize it, but you do. So you got the Rider at the bottom. Like climbing mountains, making this long journey that didn't have to be a journey, like riding that horse just you by yourself, conquering this thing all alone, solo. It doesn't make any sense. Like, the High Priest is in reverse, the Supreme in reverse, Nova the Universe in reverse is showing that there's clearly more efficient ways for you to go about doing a lot of the things that you're working on. You just simply choose not to, because you figure that Two of Cups, of that partnership, that companionship, that assistance from anyone that's not you. Yeah, so definitely watch that and let that go. Again, fairly easy fix, utilizing your knowledge and trusting that people and the things that need to come in to support you will, because it's all about support, right? Allowing yourself to be supported as you manifest is a key theme for you, Power One. So let me pull from this Melon Pop deck, and then I'm going to do the 2 astrology based decks that I have after that. I'll leave the astrology for last, even though I feel like this pile is already, like, this pile is has a lot of knowledge on tarot and astrology, and even if you don't, that's that call to get into it, right? Not saying you have to be an expert, not saying you need to get on YouTube like me, just saying, like, just a working knowledge of transits and such, of aspects and stuff, of your own natal chart and stuff, will go a long way in helping you manifest the things that you desire. And you've got tradition. I'm gonna move this. We do this every reading, just bear with me. And I'll just push. Yeah, I'll move this. Okay, because you got tradition. And it's the same exact energy of me, what I was saying, right? It's family, values, ceremony, generational beliefs, groups. That is that Two of Cups energy, that Nova the Universe, which is in reverse. Like, you, I'm also seeing that Supreme in reverse is showing that you want to be the Supreme just by yourself, without having to share with other people, which is a bit selfish. You kind of need to let that go. It's actually limiting you. But again, you got tradition, which is group, family, soul tribe, friends, people that can support you, if only they know what it is you're trying to do, if only they know where you stand, what you've got going, like people that want to help and support you, that could definitely help you with your manifestation. So I feel like you're definitely manifesting something specific, Power One. But even if not, it feels like anytime you do decide on something you want to manifest, a goal that you want to achieve, it's very private until it happens, which is not necessarily a bad way to be, but those closest to you could be very supportive in helping you manifest. And I'm also seeing that there's key people around you, maybe even 3, because High Priestess reverse, Supreme reverse, Nova the Universe reverse. Those probably are 3 powerful people that also have powerful manifestation skills, that maybe are in your family, your soul tribe, that if they know that this is a goal, if they know that you want to do X, Y, or Z, anything, they'll be putting that energy with yours. Like, they'll help you manifest at a higher level and physically. Like, they'll pull in their resources, they'll do what they can physically, but also just their prayers to support you would go a long way. Because I'm seeing that you are not only a powerful manifester that's currently maybe a little bit limited or stagnant, but there's people around you that are that way as well, that could really take these concepts and goals to the next level. But again, that tradition, that family, that support system that you need to be utilizing. And I know that's the opposite of sometimes what they teach and how people, but for you, because you seem to be you're doing it step for step what they tell you, right? Do your things, keep your head down, keep it to yourself until it's real. For you, that's not the best approach. Whatever stage in life you are, it's slowing you down in the mountains, right? You're riding off alone, but you could be moving much faster if you would do that. And then you have the hermit, which is introspection, meditation, relaxation. And again, it's that same thing I was just saying in that doing it alone, wanting to do it alone, staying to yourself, keeping away from like the family, friends, and such that could help you. But again, it's counterproductive. I don't want to say counterproductive, because I feel like you're doing well and you're going to continue to manifest. It's just that your manifestations could take it to a whole nother level if you would involve the people around you that love you, that care about your successes. Because at the bottom, you've got soulmates. So definitely, I feel like this may be a romantic connection. Maybe there's a person in your life or coming into your life that will help your manifestations very clearly. I didn't expect love to come through for this reading, but it did. So like there's a person, and it doesn't have to be, honestly, when I say love, it really doesn't even have to be romantic. It's giving romantic for some of you, but it doesn't have to be that. It genuinely could just be your business partner coming in, the business partner that's going to come in, and you two are going to just create this whole brand, this whole store, whatever it is you want to sell. If it's anything that you're trying to create, there's a person, a very specific person coming in that will be 100% supportive, that is going to take your manifestations to another level. Because I will say, we do need other people sometimes. Sometimes it's not just you. It's not about your manifestations are not just about you. They're about other people, especially if, depending on what you're working on, if it's going to help or benefit someone else in any way. It's about supporting one another and working together and creating and making things flow smoothly. So yeah, definitely a key person coming in. If you've been a little stagnant on your energy, that's going to really help take your and I was going to say take your soulmate to the next level, but maybe, I guess, Power One, that's the energy you're stepping in with. So let's pull from the Spirit de la Lune deck to see, and immediately you got two. Lots of heart chakra energy, honestly, and it's even matching that King of Wands. So that it's God of Wands in that deck. Maybe that's that soulmate that's coming in as that God of Wands, because I have look at the two cards that threw themselves out. It's Seed Moon, planting seeds, which is new growth. The Healer, which is Virgo, and it's Virgo season, I like to say, because I'm a Virgo, and I've even got my Virgo candle burning out of frame. But this person may have fire placements, maybe have Virgo placements, but yeah, it's definitely feeling like some seeds are being planted. Seeds is also giving roots. It's giving roots. It's giving family, healing energy, especially with that Virgo. So it feels like with new growth in the Healer, someone's coming in that is going to be really supportive. Maybe, someone you may start a family with, if it's romantic. If not, someone that's going to be like family, someone that you're going to be close to for life, basically, because you've got High Priestess, the Supreme, and Nova the Universe. And with those in reverse is also something that you may not see coming. Maybe that's also why those cards are in reverse. Like, you don't see the situation coming, because this person is really like that heart chakra energy that I see coming in, and the fact that it matches with that God of Wands, if you see the coloring, it just feels like this person is going to come in and open you up and show you the things that are limiting you, your limiting beliefs, your limiting perspectives, your limiting habits that are stopping the growth and productivity and the things that you're working on. So that person's really going to like come in and just be that partner that you need, whether it's platonic, whether it's business, whether it's romantic. This person coming in is really like their soul tribe, and they're going to take you to the next level. At the bottom of the deck, you have rest in reverse, which is interesting. I don't normally take these like that, but since that was how it presented itself, I kept it. So it's feeling like maybe you're not getting enough rest. This two sides, either you're not getting enough rest and you're active, go in that rider card, constantly building with that mountain, and you need to learn how to do that, or you're a procrastinator. There's two sides of you. I know those are opposite points. It's because some of you, that high priestess supreme, the Nova the universe, is in reverse because you're not actively manifesting as you should be. You're kind of a procrastinator. You don't do the things you need to do to make it happen. Even though you don't want anyone else's input, you're not really doing what you need to do yourself anyway to get it off the ground. Or like I said, the other side is you go. It's all you, 100% self-made, and you're not resting. Well, this person's going to come in to teach you to work smarter, not harder. And they're also gonna, like, again, that new growth, that seed, they're gonna plant lots of seeds in your mental and help you kind of really evolve your processes, your thought processes and such. And like you're gonna have a glow up when this person comes in, just because it's the support you need. And I don't like to tell people, as we're talking about things you can do personally, because this was supposed to be empowering, self-empowering reading, but I feel like Pile 1, you're a little too self-empowered. You need people, you need other people, you need relationships, platonic, family relationships, romantic as well. Like you're kind of isolated. That's why you have that Hermit card. You're isolated in a way that you need people. You don't need to be self-empowered anymore. You're as far as you can go solo. You need other people. So let me pull from this other astrology-based deck, because we're community-based creatures. We need social contact in some form. You're not getting that, and it's limiting your manifestations, because you're too, one, isolated, and two, solo. Like you don't have any other perceptions regarding the things you're working on other than you, and that's a limitation. Okay, so let's see conjunction. Ooh, okay, so I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Again, business partner, like I'm trying to make sure that I don't make this a love reading. Business partner, platonic friend, but also, again, lover, maybe all three, maybe it's a friend, but business partner, lover. But I'm saying that because Pile 1, you have the conjunction card, which is a union, merging, coming together. So again, there's a key soulmate coming in. Does not have to be romantic. Does not. It could be business partner. It could be that friend you need to open up. Again, some of you, it is, you got Two of Cups, soulmate, conjunction. It feels like someone coming in a romantic way. At the bottom, you have Mercury, think, learn, network, and communication. I was going to keep pulling, but you know what? I'm going to take this, but here's what we'll do. Let's make it fun, because I did want another card. So I'm going to just see where am I going to put this in a way that, you know what, you can kind of see. We'll just leave it as it is. So what's underneath Mercury, house 2? So that is, and maybe Aries is relevant. So house 2 says physical security, possessions, material values, self-worth. So someone's going to come in and really stabilize these concepts, these things that you're doing. Because again, you have 3 highly spiritual cards in reverse, so that also could be like fantasy-based, illusion-based, someone that's very abstract in their energy, that can't quite get ideas off the ground. Like you have all these great concepts, these amazing ideas, genius level theories, but you've never been able to put it to the test because you've never been able to stabilize it. Well, that counterpart, that new friend that's coming in, that business partner, that person coming in is kind of going to stabilize that energy and be like, okay, this is how you're productive, right? This is how you go ahead and proceed that. And I also see that this person's, again, going to teach you to work smarter, not harder. They're going to teach you how to take breaks to rejuvenate yourself. Very healing energy. But Virgo rules the 6th house, which is one, health and wellness, which this person's going to make sure they're going to teach you a lot about that. And that's also saying that if you focus on your health, Pile 1, that you're going to be able to manifest better because you'll feel a lot better, but also because Virgo rules day-to-day life, right? It's the details, the things you're doing. So routine, right? You need a routine. Okay. If you're abstract, if you're in that abstract energy that I'm thinking of, where everything is just go, 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 it's just me, I'm floating about, I can't kind of like materialize anything, you need a routine. That's why. And I do feel like this person, this business partner coming in, is going to teach you how to form a routine that is effective for what it is that your goals are, right? So routine, day-to-day life, health and wellness, how to get an idea off the ground with seed moon, right? You got the seed, you've planted it. How do we nurture it and make it grow? How do we make sure we're taking care of ourselves so that we can keep going? Because I'm not saying you shouldn't be self-sufficient, Pile One. I'm saying that you don't want to be completely solo and burn out. That's why you need other people. That's why you need partners and people that can support you on the things you're working on. So because it's team energy. You need a team of people. You need soul tribe, family, friends, again, like I said. So definitely those things that you need to do. So what have we got? We've got utilize the knowledge that you have to do things more efficiently. You need to be in a routine, open yourself up to the support of other people, learning, again, that routine is going to help you stabilize, because even in Mercury and house 2, that is stabilizing your concepts, right? That conjunction, making sure you're working smoothly with other people that can help you do these things, because again, Mercury house 2 is making those ideas physical reality. And Mercury also says think, learn, network, communicate. Like I keep saying, talk about the things you're working on, think it through, get other people's perspectives, network. These are the things that you could be doing, Pile One, to really just speed up your manifestations and get them going, especially if you've been blocked. Okay, so that is all I have for you today. If this resonated, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, Pile 2, if you selected this Salt River Bay crystal, not crystal, it's a quarter, but this is your reading. So we're just going to start with the tarot. I have some astrology-based tarot decks and a couple of other decks that are kind of general, so we'll just get into those so we could see your manifestation hacks, the things that are unique to you that you could be doing to manifest faster and more, honestly, more. I want to see everybody get more, live their best life, just get the things that they want. So let's see, Pile 2, what that is for you. What's going on, Pile 2? That manifestation, the Chariot. Okay, you're not active enough, Pile 2. You're not active enough. You should be moving around. That also rules the sign of Cancer. Let me pull more. Yeah, definitely need to be more go-getter based, more confident. When you decide you want to manifest something, Pile 2, like stick to it. Don't just like when you're tested on that, don't get discouraged and such. Just roll with the punches and move, like roll with it. And just keep at it until it happens. It also feels like because the Chariot feels like it's not a journey per se, but because like you're on a chariot and you're trying to reach a destination, it feels like you get fatigued very early on in the manifestation process. It's like you realize that it's going to be a journey and it's not going to be instant. So you kind of lose that confidence. You lose that that momentum very quickly. And that's a limitation in your manifestation, right? Like you're not giving it enough to see the results. And then when you don't see the results, you also get discouraged. What is that? Page of... No, that's the Knight. It's the Son of Swords, but in this deck, but it is the Knight of Swords. So again, it's when she's kind of losing that momentum, and it's showing that with Chariot leading into Son of Swords, that yes, you need to push forward more. You need to, like, if you're using affirmations, if you're scripting, if you're journaling, and that is your process, then it's saying, one, to keep at it, but don't like fall out of the groove. Like as you start doing it and you do it for a week, you do it for 2 weeks, like keep going, like keep journaling for a year. You'll realize maybe 2-3 years down the line, like all the things you were writing in the past, all the things you were scripting, you were wanting to achieve, you'll look back and realize that you were able to achieve all of those things because you kind of stuck to the journey. You committed to the journey in a way that I don't feel like you're doing currently when you decide you want to manifest things. Okay, so definitely consistency. Right. Okay. Yeah, exactly that. You've got the Three of Wands, which is the same thing, and four of Pentacles at the bottom. So you need to be able to commit, pal, too. You have commitment issues as it relates to your goals and your desires. If it feels like it's gonna take too long, you just kind of let it go, and then you think back and you're like, oh, I wish I would have done that. But the reality is things take time. There's always a journey, right? The Three of Wands is like you're kind of done what you could do and you're letting it manifest, like see that foresight of the end result. You don't like that journey. You like instant. You're a microwave kind of person. You know, you're an Amazon Prime delivery type of person. You can't be that way, because anything worth having typically takes time. Anything that comes to you rapidly could be lost just as rapidly. It shows that it's not stable energy. So anything that comes to you like that, it's not stable. So things take time, the building, the journey, the growth, the development. You need to commit to that. You need to commit to that overall. And like I said, it's just, you're the type of person that right now in this moment, as you're watching this reading, either before or after, there's something that you thought about doing maybe a year or two back, maybe even a few months back, that you're like, you know what, if I would have just did it for real then, I'd be where I want to be now. Or if there was a course that you thought about taking, you'd be like, you know what, I'd already be done with that course if I just would have taken it, but I didn't feel like waiting 3 months, 6 months, a year to complete that process. Things like that. So just don't delay things that you feel like are going to take time. And honestly, it ends up taking more time, because now a process, a goal you want to achieve, instead of doing it in 2 years, now you're doing it in 4, because you delayed, you stagnated, you didn't feel like taking that process, taking that long time to do it. Right? Like that's you right now, pal, too. So definitely commit to the journey, and don't hesitate. Be very firm and stable, like that Four of Pentacles, and have that foresight of seeing where you're going to be at the end of the journey, even if it takes a year, 2 years, 5. Just make sure that you're not extending a 5-year process to 10 based on your hesitation, your wishy-washy, you starting, stopping, having to start over again, things like that. Just make sure that you're not doing that, because that's a liability as it relates to your manifestations. Okay, that wishy-washy, I can't have it right away, so I'm going to put it on the back burner, I'm going to come back to it later. That's messing you up a little bit, I'm not going to lie. So let me pull from the Afro Goddess Oracle, because I have that Oracle deck that goes with the tarot deck, and just see what else I can get for you. But I mean, that's a very clear, very direct message. I'm interested to see what else is going to come out for you, pal, too, because that is the one thing that is messing you up as far as your manifestations, your lack of ability to follow through right now. And like I wasn't even, when I did this reading, I wasn't looking for your liabilities. I wasn't looking for anybody's liabilities, but it came out in pile 1, it came out in pile 2. So it shows that you don't have issues manifesting. You have things that you're doing that's messing up your manifestations, if it makes sense. Because it doesn't feel like, it feels like a clear path with that Chariot, the Son of Swords, and the Three of Wands. There's a very clear path if you commit in that Four of Pentacles. But because you won't do that, it's delaying you. Like, I don't see anything that extra that you could be doing that other people can't. Because other people are committed. That's probably why you probably see people with the successes and goals, reaching the things that you wanted to do. They committed to the cause. They committed to the journey, and you didn't. That's why they're there, and you're watching this reading to see, you know, how to get there. You know how to get there. You just don't have the patience right now. That's what you need to work on. Let's see what else we get. Pile 2, pile 2. The Goddess. That is just, in this deck, that is what you would consider to be the woman. So there may be a key person that is feminine in nature in your life right now that either has told you what I'm telling you, or that would be of some good assistance to you in terms of your manifestation. It also could be you, and you stepping into your power and just sitting with yourself to see what it is you actually want. Because a lot of the things you want to manifest, honestly, pile 2, are not even things that you actually want, just things you think you want, because you lack the drive to follow through. And in my opinion, if you lack that drive to follow through, you didn't really want it in the first place. So maybe sit with yourself to see what it is you even want. What's that? The Fish. So so you just want prosperity in general, right? Prosperity, successes in general. You may be a water sign, you may be a Pisces, or Cancer, because again, I'm seeing something regard like aquatic life, because like the chariot is ruled by Cancer, which is the crab, and then you've got fish. So maybe seafood, something dealing with seafood. I don't know why that's coming through, but if you're doing anything related to seafood, if you're trying to eat more seafood, anything related to seafood, that's a message for you, whatever it is you're trying to do. Yes. But yeah, the goddess and the fish is like just wanting to be a prosperous person overall. So that may be why it's wishy-washy. You can't quite find the thing that you want to do to manifest prosperity overall. Like, you don't have a specific thing you want to do. Everything is a means to an end for you. That's why you have the chariot, the journey. You're not interested in the journey. That's why you don't like things that take too long. You don't care about whatever degree you need or whatever company you need to work for. You just want the money. You just want the prosperity, the good quality of life that happens. It could happen in any way, form, as long as it happens for you. But the problem with that mentality is that you don't have actual goals. You don't have actual milestones to hit. So being that vague with your prosperity and just knowing that, okay, I want money, I want to be successful, I want to be comfortable, being that vague, it means that you don't have, like, while there is a clear path open to you, you don't take it because you don't have, like, you're not committed to it, right? There's no firm, stable concept, no firm, stable goal to manifest other than your comfort and whatever prosperity you're seeking to achieve. So, right, and then at the bottom, you've got the clouds. There's a lot of confusion. That's what it is. It's confusion. That's why you're feeling wishy-washy. You may not even intend. A lot of you here may not even intend to be that wishy-washy and fickle in your endeavors, because you don't realize that's a bad thing. In your perception, it's like, okay, I'm open. I'm receptive to the universe. Blessings should be able to come in. But without like a concrete, tangible plan, a goal or something, it's not gonna be anything to manifest. Like, manifesting comfort is easy. Like, as long as you have everything that you need without any wants, boom, you're done. There's nothing else to manifest. But if you want extra things, then you have to kind of set those goals to see that approach to getting there, if that makes sense, right? So like I said, some of you do have goals. There's just a procrastination and a lack of patience. Others of you, there's no clear path for you in your mind. There is in real life, but in your mind, because like you want to be open and receptive to prosperity as a whole. You're okay with deviating from a path, but because you're open to deviating from a path, I do see a lot of you do that way too frequently. Like, have a clear path. You'll be, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm working on it. 2 months in, hold on. I want to do this. Shifting right, shifting left. Okay, I don't want to do this anymore. Let me go back to that. Let me go back to this. Okay, let's try this whole new thing without finishing anything, without stabilizing anything in that Four of Pentacles. And that's what's stopping you. You may constantly be in beginner energy pile too, because you've never become like an expert at anything. Like, you may be a type of person that kind of jumps jobs and career paths. Not saying you need to stay in one place forever, but you may be shifting a lot. So you've got a lot of limited experience in various areas. So you're not really qualified for like that next position that may take you where you want to go. Like I said, stabilizing and making sure that what you want is concrete and creating that clear path. Okay, let me pull from this other deck. This is the Melanin Pop deck. So let me just see what Melanin Pop says. But yeah, it's definitely a lack of clarity on direction. So I'm seeing, before I get into this Melanin Pop, those of you that are lacking in that direction, that clarity, all of that confusion in the clouds card, just know that journaling would 100%, like that Son of Swords, like that writing things down, kind of sitting with your thoughts, meditating with yourself, thinking about what you're like, what you're good at, what you want to achieve specifically, organizing yourself in that way would 100% help you find clarity towards what path you need to take and how to go about this overall success that you're seeking. Because there's nothing wrong with just wanting success overall. It's just, like I said, without that stability of knowing where you're going and how you want to get there, it's making you deviate in various areas. So you have rags to riches. So again, like I said, just making sure that is what you want. You want success overall, right? So rags to riches says self-made, abundant, rich, full circle, change is joy. You just want to feel good, you want to live a good life, and you want to have a lot of things. But you need to be organized. That Four of Pentacles is the main energy. That Foresight and the Three of Wands is also like you have to commit to a journey. You have to commit to a path. You need a clear path. That is how you'll manifest, power two, I promise. If you commit to something, commit to anything, whatever it is that you commit to, if you commit to something today and follow through, you will see results in 3 months. I promise you. You can come back under the video, but like if you commit to something, you just have to commit to something, because that's something that you're not doing, that you have difficulty doing. So let's see, taste. Yeah, so you really like nice things. I'm not gonna lie. It's just liking nice things, and there's 2 more cards, which is funny because let me move this so that you can so that I can make space for these other 2 cards, because I don't think I've taken this many from this deck before, but you need them, so we will take them. You've got my career, which is promotions, passions, offers, stability, wealth, new ideas, and then you have commitment, what I said, engagement, ring, promises, love, planning for the future, and then you have mountains, which is a journey. It's a journey. Like, you have to commit to a journey. I don't care how long things are going to take. That's not an excuse if you're going to complain about not being able to manifest, not seeing tangible results for your goals, if you have specific goals. Like, a lot of you, this is very specific to your career. You don't want to start from the bottom and work your way up. That's too bad. Everybody has to do that. So unless you like win the lottery or something, rags to riches, that is bottom to the top energy. That is beginner energy all the way until you see fruition, right? You have that expensive taste. You have these lavish desires in the fish card, in the my career card. You have all of these desires for all of these expensive things, all of this this luxurious life, this just a prosperous life in general. It doesn't mean super expensive, but just a very prosperous life you want to see. You have this vision of that, but you don't want to like commit to the cause. Like, mountain is a journey to climb, just like that chariot. Commitment, like in this deck, it is a ring. It's talking about like a romantic commitment, maybe so, but it's committing to something, anything, especially since it's next to your career, like committing to that, committing to the education you're going to need for your career, committing to the skills you're going to need for your career, because it's a lack of development here. That's the overall thing. So even if we're not talking about career, we could be talking about career, we could be talking about academics. I tend to tie them together. You knowing that you need to have that beginner energy and stop doing it in every area. Like, stop going to entry-level positions here, there, everywhere. Pick a path and go there. Pick a major and commit to it. You know, getting all of these degrees that don't tie in with no experience is not going to help you. Some of you needed that message. Also, making sure that you have skills relevant to the path that you pick, right? Because it's not just education, it's skills, development, talents, things that you know how to do, those technical skills that are required for these positions you're wanting. So those of you in academic and career paths, those of you wanting love, like I see some of that here with that commitment. Well, guess what? If you have commitment issues, then that's not going to work. It's not realistic. And also, it development as well, knowing how to committing to dating. If you're not gonna, if you date and you're like, oh, it's garbage in the streets, I don't want to be in the streets anymore, then you stop dating. Well, you're never gonna get that if that's what you want, right? So like I said, whatever way that it is resonating for you, the things you're trying to manifest in your life, commitment, that is your thing. Four of Pentacles, Three of Wands, the commitment card, rags to riches, that journey, that mountain to climb, that chariot path. This is what you need to be doing, Pow, to basically manifest faster, to manifest better. Honestly, this is not bad. I know I've been scolding you, but it's not bad. If you could learn dedication and commitment, like, these are long-term successes. You have the ability, the thing that you can do that other people can't once you commit, is these plans you have, your aspirations, if you have any clear ones, are long-term successes. These are things that if you take the time to do them, whether 3 months, a year, 5 years, 10 years, they won't fizzle out as quickly as a lot of other people's manifestations, because it's not instant gratification. It's something that tangible that had to take time to build that can't be taken away from you, right? It's only going to keep growing. And even if eventually it stagnates, it's going to stagnate at a very comfortable place with taste, rags to riches, right? Even on my career card, she's looking at dollar signs, right? So it is a clear path to long-term success if you align with the energy of the things you want, because you want long-term success, you want long-term prosperity. Well, long-term success and long-term prosperity requires a person to be aligned with long-term success, long-term prosperity, right? Someone that's dedicated to the journey of development, acquiring skills, taking the time, patience, things like that. So let me pull from these astrology-based decks and see what we get for you, Pile 2, to close this up. So I got Spirit de la Lune. Which is funny because you've got planting, moon in reverse. I'm going to hold it upright so you can see preparation. It is in reverse, by the way. It is in reverse, which it's what I've been saying, right? And at the bottom, you've got devotion. I'm not going to pull anymore. I'm not going to pull anymore because it's just kind of being repetitive. You got envision. It is what I said, that devotion, that loyalty, that commitment. You lack the ability to prepare. You need to devote more to your endeavors to figuring out what you want to do, who you want to be. You need to really clarify what it is you want and then dedicate yourself, devote yourself to that cause. If you are all in on something, Pile 2, it's happening. Like, that is your manifestation style. I think it's because you're so wishy-washy. Like, that's how energy happens. Anything that you're kind of not like used to doing comes in naturally to you. I'm wording it in a really weird way, but because you don't commit to things, because you're all over the place, when you finally fixate on something, there is like literally a clear path. No one can stop you. Nobody can hop in and take it. Like, it's all you, Pile 2. And I'm not exaggerating. If you could devote yourself to a cause, commit to a situation, dedicate yourself long-term and have the patience, there is literally nobody that could stop it. Like, nobody. So let me pull from this last deck and see, but honestly, it's just gotten repetitive to this point. So like, we'll see what comes from this deck. Cause I mean, all of that I said, and then for me to pull from Spirit de la Lune, you get preparation in reverse, which that sums up the energy. And then devotion as the overview of what you need to be doing. So, but that is your superpower, Pile 2, which makes sense because it's like the hardest thing for you to do is that devotion energy. So let's see. We've got fixed and Virgo. Okay. And Yang. Exactly. So where are we going to go? You know what? This is the end of the reading. Just put it here. Yang is proactivity, expression, doing, and forward motion. What did I say? That chariot energy, going out, climbing, completing a process, action oriented, doing what you need to do to see the results you want to see. Right? And then you have fixed, which is stability, persistence, loyalty, and dependability. What did I say? That is what you need, is that same energy of that devotion, of commitment. Like, it is what it is. You just have to put in the work. You don't get to not put in the work and just live a great life. That's not how it happens. Not for most people. So you have Virgo, which is integrity, reverence, and service. So again, putting in the work. Virgo is working energy. It actually rules the 6th house of work. Okay, so it day-to-day life, work, service. Sometimes, you know what, to reach your goals, you have to help other people. Maybe that's what it is, that service aspect, that just not always being able to be on top, not being able to just walk in and be at the top of your game, working your way up, proving yourself. That's the thing that you don't want to have to do, Pile 2, is kind of proving yourself to yourself and other people. But you kind of have to earn your keep in this life, especially as it relates to career and such. Even in your own business, a lot of, even you need startup capital, right? If you want to start a business, you need someone to invest in you if you don't have money already. And even if it's not a direct investment, you need a loan. In order to get a loan, you have to qualify. So you just it's a huge cycle of life of proving yourself constantly to people, right? And I know you don't like that, but it's part of the journey, right? So you just need a little more patience, a little more dedication, and clarity on what it is you want to do and who you want to be. Okay, so that is all I have for you today, Pile 2. If this resonated, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, Pile 3, if you selected this wilderness card, I say card, but I mean quarter, it says River of No Return. So if you selected that one, which is the third one, this is your reading. So we're just gonna see things that you could be doing to improve your manifestations. That's what came out heavy in the first two piles. Also, if there's anything that you can do better than other people, like manifestation tactics that could possibly just be helpful for you in a way that they aren't for other people, just to give you an advantage. Hopefully that comes through. Let's just see what we get for that. Things you could be doing to manifest faster and more effectively. 7 of Pentacles. That's good. That's good. Okay. It shows that you're at the point where you're really good at doing the things you need to do to manifest things, right? Your issue, which I didn't want to focus on the issues, but maybe it's showing me that a lot of you are really good at manifesting. There's just things that you're doing to limit that, right? Like you're good at manifesting, but there's something you could be doing to take it over to the edge. Like there's nothing extra you need to do. There's something you need to stop doing almost. So, yeah, if that makes sense. So pile 3, being receptive. Laying the foundation, planting the seeds, doing what needs to happen, and then letting it go, allowing it to flourish, and then accepting that harvest in the 7 of Pentacles, right? Because 7 of Pentacles is receiving all that comes to you after successfully planting the crops, right? It is the harvest. It is the bearing of the fruit. It is when you get to sit down and make a meal with all of the crops that you've planted. And you have an issue with enjoying your blessings. You have an issue with one, being receptive to the blessings. If there's something you're manifesting that hasn't come in yet, it's because you have issues releasing and waiting for it to come. But also, once it comes, you kind of have a bit of a self-sabotaging energy, pile 3. Not gonna lie, you tend to you get it, and it's like, instead of sitting down enjoying it and appreciating it, you start nitpicking it, or you start focusing on the next thing you want. Like there's no harvest season for you. Like there's no season where you say, I've accomplished so much. This is when I just get to enjoy my accomplishments. 7 of Pentacles, pile 3, feels like a person that does not celebrate their wins. That is what you're doing. And then not celebrating your wins, it's telling the universe that they're not wins, so you get fewer wins. Does that make sense? Like that's the energy that you're putting out there, that I'm not quite certain you realize it, right? So I'm gonna pull more just to see what else, but I mean that's strong energy coming through immediately for you, that you need to celebrate your wins. And that's 2 of them. I don't want them, which is odd. I don't want them. I don't want those, and I don't know why. I just didn't want them. So I feel like maybe that's the energy you're putting out, is not wanting the things that you're doing. So be careful of your thoughts. If you're the type that likes to downplay your goals, downplay the things that you want to achieve, then especially if you're vocalizing that and you're telling yourself, well, it's not that big of a deal, don't do that, because it's making the universe believe that you don't want the things that you say you do. Like, like playing hard to get with your dreams is not a good thing to do, because it's like, oh, I'm not really that interested in that. Well, like, and then you start acting like you're not interested in it, and it throws off your energy, it throws off your manifestation. So don't do that. So balance, right? You lack balance, pile 3. It's true. And that's that 7 of Pentacles energy that I was talking about, not enjoying your harvest. It's like you feel like an all work, no play kind of person. If you don't enjoy those successes, if you don't celebrate your wins, then there are no wins. So let me see what these other 2 cards. Again, rest. You've got the 4 of Swords. So making sure that you have downtime to heal, to rest, to recover from those really busy periods. And the 2 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, making sure that you don't burn yourself out as you like try to achieve this greatness that is the 4 of Pentacles. I mean, not 4 of Pentacles, the Goddess, which is the Queen of Pentacles. So like constantly trying to go out and get things, constantly go, work, no play, no achievements, no pleasures. That is actually limiting you. I know in your perspective, it is if I just constantly build, like there's always something going, but you really do need that downtime for balance to experience, because there is no win if you don't celebrate it. There is no win if you don't see it as a win. If you just accomplish something and keep it moving like it was nothing, then that's constantly going to be your life until you stop, until you sit down and really enjoy your successes, right? Because you're the type of person that, like, if you finally get downtime and you just start reflecting, you'll be like, you know what? I've come a really long way in X amount of time, whether it's a few months, whether it's a year, whether it's 2 years, 5 years. You're like, I one day, like there was a version of you that had dreamed of being who you are today. And even though now it's not enough for you, like if you sit down and think about you, like just being here, right, was a dream at one point, and you'll be able to manifest more positive things into your life. Because right now, I'm not gonna lie, Pile 3, you feel like you're manifesting a lot of work. You feel like you're manifesting work, whether consciously or not. Your actions, you are manifesting lots of work, lots of things to do, lots of activities that are not fun, that are just things that, like, yeah, it's a lot of opportunities for growth, but without being able to just appreciate and enjoy the successes, it means nothing. So that's it. Like, it feels like you're manifesting lots of work, lots of projects, things that are just going to consume your time and reduce your downtime. So just watch that. Okay, so let me pull from this Afro Goddess Oracle and see what else, anything that you may be doing or things that you could be doing, right? Because I mean, I do see that you could be having more downtime. You could be enjoying things more. You could be appreciating your successes more, because you are very accomplished with that Goddess of Pentacles and that Seven of Pentacles. It's just that you're working yourself into the ground to do that, right? You're constantly in work mode. There's no pleasures, I don't see. Especially since you've got 3 Pentacles cards out of the 5 cards you have, and then there's 2 cards that are swords. So it's like you're constantly working and thinking, working, strategizing, overthinking, not being able, probably can't sleep because you're contemplating, strategizing what you're going to do the next day, things like that. That's limiting your manifestation potential. So let me see what I get from this Oracle deck for Pile 3. The Snake in reverse. I want to see what comes from that, because that's odd energy. It is, because the snake is kind of somebody that wouldn't be trustworthy or whatever and stuff. And it's like you almost overextend yourself in such a way that because you don't want to be considered a snake, you feel like you owe people. You feel like people feel you owe them. Like you don't feel like you get downtime because you're constantly having to go. You're constantly having to do to support anyone else, right? It's like a overextending energy, that snake card. One more. Let's see if we can get one more. Okay, 2 more. And then at the bottom you got Sky, which is kind of cutting something off. It is before I get to these 2 that fell, that Sky ending and then that 7 of Pentacles, it's a harvest. So you really have an issue with accepting your manifestations. Like you'll manifest something and then it'll come in and you're like overreacting and panicking and like, oh crap, it's actually here, something like that. And or you just don't get to enjoy it. Like something at the final, like at the final moment, you begin to start self-sabotaging the situation. So don't do that. Accept it as it comes in. Like you're getting exactly what you asked for. So just don't block your own blessings and like harvest that crop when it comes in, right? Because you would use the Sky to harvest crop. That's what you would cut the crops with. So something about crops, something about harvest and such. So maybe fall time is relevant for you. But definitely just making sure that one, you allow things to end when they should, because that card also means that. But also oh, that's what it is, transitions. You have this issues with transitions. So you make the manifestation happen, And then when it's time to make that shift into that manifestation, you start realizing the changes that you're going to have to make in your life, the changes that happen in your life as things start to manifest, and you get nervous, right? Because again, in order to step into a new energy, something has to be released from the past, and you have issues with that. That makes sense, okay? And oh yeah, it makes sense because you've got the stork, which is where you would have to go, like that journey into that new era, that new situation, whatever the manifestation is, having to go out on that path to get it. It is also like a gift, like being given. So like you accepting that gift, and then you have the mountain, which is kind of the journey, stability, and that path that you would need to take. So it's like you're committed to the journey, you're committed to the path, and then when you get to the end result, it's like, oh, it's not that great, time to move on. Or, oh, I'm kind of nervous, I don't want it now because I'm scared of all that I'm gonna have to do now that I'm getting it, things like that. So don't self-sabotage at the end, pile 3. That is what you're doing, self-sabotaging at the end. Whether it's because you're clinging to past situations because you have that loyalty, and you feel like you need to be loyal to situations, and you're not allowed to be in the stork energy of like this new journey because you feel stuck. Don't do that either. Listen, Spirit says cut it off. If it's not taking you where you want to go, cut it off. That's part of that harvest. Like, let it go. Okay. So I'm gonna pull from Melon Pop and see what else. Because yeah, coming through now is a strong energy of letting go and needing to be able to let go. But it was already an energy. It was already an energy of letting go and allowing your manifestations to come in. But it's also letting go of the things that are stopping your manifestations, right? Letting go of the people, places, and things that can't walk into that new journey with you, right? You have, issues with that, right? It causes you deep distress with that 10 of Swords having to transition in that way. And it's going to be okay. Just, be sure that the things that you're manifesting are the things that you want. Okay? Because I do see you accidentally manifesting more hardships for yourself, pile 3, just because of that energy you're putting out. So let's see. Okay. So you got voodoo in reverse. So here's the thing. All right, that's the card. It's in reverse. So it says curses, bad intentions, hexes. And some of you, I'm going to put it here with the snake. It is not that there are people out here like wishing ill on you, evil eye energy. Not that it's not the case. I do feel like those 2 cards coming out show that, yeah, there are people that are jealous of you, fine, whatever. They can influence you. So 2 things coming from that. Make sure that you are not crossing yourself. So maybe you need like an uncrossing bath. Like you make sure that you are not, like I said, self-sabotaging, cursing yourself, blocking yourself, creating bad energy around yourself. Out of that fear, that 10 of Swords of the transition in the sky, the fear of loss, the fear of leaving past energies, you're kind of like messing yourself up. But also, and I'm not even sure that my original question was even answered in the first 2 piles. I'm not even going to lie, because there was so much to go through with them and the things that they were doing. But you specifically, the thing that you can do that other people cannot do is beat that evil eye just naturally. Like people cannot, whether if they're in the witchcraft or whatever, try to like curse you or whatever, or just wish ill on you, evil eye, jealous. You have a gift, pile 3, snake in reverse, voodoo in reverse. That just bounces off of you. That's why you have sky upright and the 7 of Pentacles. People genuinely cannot wish ill on you. So that is, I mean, that's a blessing, because people need protection, and some people it does affect them or whatever, but for whatever reason, like you don't even, like, how people are like, oh, burn herbs and such. You don't need that. Like you do not need that. Like naturally, there's nothing stopping you from your manifestations but yourself, because 1, you're overworking and manifesting will work. But if you just clear your perspective and you heal and do the things you need to do, there is like, this is great, the fact that nobody can touch you. And that's not just in spirit, because I know we see like voodoo and stuff, we think, oh, evil eye, and we think someone casting spells to hex you or whatever, but that's not even just that. People that have ulterior motives, people that come into your life that try to sabotage you actively, physically, I mean, that sky card, not only do they just get removed from your life immediately if they're not no good for you, which I see you have issues with. Sometimes there's people around you that don't mean well for you, and you have issues letting them go as the spirit takes them out, because you're trying to manifest better. And as you try to manifest better, spirit's like, okay, well, let me remove the things that are blocking you, the people that are in the way, and you kind of cling to that. So just watch that too. But as these people come in, not only can they not touch you, not only does spirit remove them from your lives, but this is kind of like a backfiring energy. Like if you wish ill on, like if someone's wishing ill on you, pile 3, you'll know very quickly, because they get that energy back. Okay, they get that energy back. So let's see what else I can get for pile 3 in terms of your manifestations. So you've got the twin flame card. So intensity, healing, contracts, mirroring. So if you've been trying to manifest a twin flame connection, it's going to come in. I guess this is just a confirmation, because that is a random card to come in. Not really, but for the question I'm asking and the way that I'm asking it, it is an odd card to come out. But here's the thing. You have teacher. I'm not going to take it because I want one more card at the bottom of the deck. So education, knowledge, competence, care, professor. Your twin flame may come in and teach you lots of things to help you manifest. And because that is the deeply spiritual connection, right? Or even if it's not twin flame, a soul contract, right? Because contract is on there. Like someone with a soul contract to you, romantic or otherwise, is going to come in and teach you things that would help you balance your energy, that will help you manifest faster. And honestly, if that card is literal and it's a literal twin flame coming in, and like it's a healthy connection, that person is gonna like come in and like take you to the next level, because in that mirroring, in that healing, and having that divine counterpart available to you to be rooting for you, to be manifesting with and for you as well, that's a double energy, you know, like now you're manifesting, but your twin flame's manifesting for you as well. So that's the thing. Okay, so let me pull one more card and then I'll take the bottom, and that came out really quick, so I'm interested to see what it is. So you got commitment in reverse. It says broken promises, deceit, delays, and higher commitment. So some of you need to watch it. I'm going to tell you why. You are, and at the bottom, you've got my career. So just watch it, because in these delays you're experiencing, these things that you're doing, holding on to these past energies, refusing to let go of old ties, old situations that you cannot bring in with you into these new contracts, you're actually delaying union with a twin flame or soulmate. Those of you that love, here you go. Okay. You're actually delaying, like you're sabotaging yourself here in this connection and this commitment. You're not letting go of this to allow this to come in. And also if you're hyper fixated in your career, that as well. But also some of you, it is just simply blocking that connection, blocking your career as well. Some of you in twin flame connections, actively seeking, this is a warning that you've allowed yourself to kind of stagnate. This person, even if it's not a twin flame, if you believe that it is your twin flame, or it feels like that similar mirroring type of connection, clinging to this person that is not committing, not cutting them off, is actually stunting your potential in your career, just in your ability to harvest and enter that Goddess of Pentacles energy. So just watch that, be mindful of that. Don't allow people to stagnate you. And it's also showing that this snake and voodoo in reverse, it like you kind of self-sabotaging yourself as spirit tries to remove this person from your life, or just move them out of a prominent role into your life as you step into your power, right? So just watch that. So let me get into these astrology-based decks. We're going to start with Spirit de la Lune. That's a very specific message. So some of you are really out here, divine counterparts, and your divine counterpart is a block. I didn't want that to take over those of you that have a twin flame or soulmate coming in. Yeah. Because some of you, it is that person coming in, like a commitment of that level, whether romantic or otherwise, that you're delaying because you're afraid to step into this new era of allowing your manifestations to enter. Yeah, so any combination of that. So let's see more about your manifestations, pile 3. What's up with pile 3? You have the Scorpio card, the Shaman. Okay, now it feels like, because it's slanted to the right, which is maturing energy, it feels like this is what happens. It's that same energy of that sky and that 7 of Pentacles. So that is really a huge blockage for you, pile 3. That getting to the end and then trying to mess it up. Like, if you're gonna, like, don't put in all that work manifesting things, all that work building something just to throw it all away at the end. Okay, stop that, pile 3, because that's what the Shaman is. It is like that journey towards that manifestation, putting it out there and it coming in to fruition. Now, it doesn't, that card alone does not say that you're self-sabotaging, but because you had all of those other cards, it's giving that. But I will say, because at the bottom you have new beginnings, the new moon card, number 1, you're really approaching a fresh start. But it makes sense with that sky card, with that 7 of Pentacles, especially since you have like twin flame here. There's a new energy you're about to step into currently as you're watching this reading. That Shaman shows that you have that foresight to know that it's stepping in. That's probably why you have all of this anxiety around your manifestations. You're being told that yes, you are manifesting. So again, specifically, some of you, this is like a personal reading because you're trying to manifest for your career. You're trying to manifest a twin flame. Well, Spirit says go. It's coming in. It's here, and don't reject it, right? Don't throw it all away at the end. And new moon wants to be the bottom. It genuinely wants to be the bottom. So because you've got Aquarius in reverse, you've got the Visionary, and new moon beginnings at the bottom. So it is showing that you have the foresight, but it's not clear. So you know that it's coming in, you feel that it's coming in, you're trying to do the Shaman thing of that journey towards your manifestations, but the Visionary, like that vision is in reverse. You can't quite see how it's going to end, how it's going to come about, all of these things that you want to manifest. And it's the same thing of that 7 of Pentacles when you first stepped in. So like, cut that out, allow your things to come into you, know that you've manifested it, know that you've done your part, and just allow it to come in without trying to control that end result of it physically coming into fruition, right? Because you lack patience and you lack the ability to wait for it to come in. That's probably why you have the My Career card and Twin Flame. Spirit's like, here, take it. It's coming. Now stop getting these readings. Like, that's what's happening with you, pile 3. Like, Spirit's like, here. Okay, leave me alone. That's what Spirit says. Spirit says, leave me alone. Let me work is what Spirit says. So let me get from this last deck. And yeah, but I will say, pile 3, I keep stressing this because I want you to go out and like have some fun, enjoy these successes that you have and the ones that are coming in. And when these ones that are coming in come in, please enjoy them, because you are not the type to enjoy life. Like, you're not, and that's bad. You need to stop that. So let me Aquarius may be an energy because it's at the bottom right now, and you have that Aquarius card at the bottom. I'm not at the bottom, on the table right now. So let me just see this last deck for pile 3's manifestations. Okay, that did not want to come out. Let's see. House 6 and Chiron. Okay, so you have healing. That's what's going on. Maybe that's why Twin Flame, my career and stuff. Healing energy. So you've got House 6, which is establishing a foundation, health, daily life, practical details, and it is Chiron, which is hurt and heal. And at the bottom you have South Node, destined to release. Is there not another card here that says something about destined to release? I felt like there was a card here that said that. What? Okay, I don't know what I'm thinking of. Anyway, destined to release. Or maybe I just talked about it so much that I felt like it was on the table. What's that? Fire. So and what's that? trine. So very harmonious period coming in, lots of passion coming in for you, especially with that twin flame card as it relates to your career as well. Lots of creative energy. Just make sure you don't burn out. You know, maybe this twin flame connection will be good, or maybe releasing that twin flame will be good, depending on your situation, right? There's multiple situations with that twin flame. Again, releasing that twin flame is going to be like feeling so good, or that person that you're associating with that energy, or the one that's stepping in is going to be like a breath of fresh air, probably make you have some fun. So house 6, you have trauma, pile 3, associated with productivity, having to feel productive, having to feel accomplished, having to feel like you did something that made your day complete. Right? That's why you have Chiron. It is, you may have Chiron in Virgo or something similar to that, because it is, you need healing as it relates to needing to feel productive. You may actually be wearing yourself down health-wise, wellness-wise, because of that house 6. That's what house 6 rules. So just be mindful of that. Make sure you're getting that 4 of Swords, and you're not in that 10 of Swords energy, okay? Just really mind your health and mind the way that you're living day to day, because there's some healing that needs to happen to your routine. You do not need to be 100% productive all day, every day. You should be able to just simply be, and that is enough. Be and experience life. That is enough, because house 6, that Virgo, very particular routine, set in your ways, intricate. Like this is a person that has a very well-established routine, fixed in nature, that does not change day to day. And in that routine, there's no downtime. So make sure you're having downtime, because there's some healing that needs to happen with that productivity mindset that you have. Also, it's showing South Node energy. It's probably heavily associated with your South Node. You're clinging to that comfort of your South Node, but it is destined to release. It's the energies that you came into this life being very comfortable and skilled at naturally. It's time to learn new skills, learn new people, learn new ways of being, right? Healing from any past trauma that you've been carrying in this life, stepping into that new beginning of that new moon card, okay? So, like I said, South Node, you know, releasing that history, releasing that past, and stepping into that new era, okay? There was a lot here. Hopefully I answered the question. I don't even remember if I did. There was just so much to process here, but we'll roll with it, okay? So hopefully it resonated. If it did, pile 3, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.